We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Insanity Check. I'm Skillet Sauce. It's 10-8 over there. If you like any of these stories, please check out our YouTube channel. Comment. Maybe, we might get into a little bit of interaction. And also check out the Twitter feed, because all of the stories that we talk about tonight and some others that didn't make the show will actually be on the Twitter feed probably by, whatever, it'll be there. So that's that. So we had that particular funny story. We was trying to queue up another story, but as as much as we love to embrace this technology, sometimes things happen, and we really couldn't queue this particular story up because it has a video accompaniment, and without that video, it really doesn't have the same oomph. So we'll save that for next time. So now we're going to do something that's part of the show that I actually like, but it actually came back and bit me in the ass on one of the shows, and that was the particular show when we were talking about the thing making people lose their pubic region hair. Mm-hmm. It turned out now I had done, in the time that I did a little bit of investigating, but wasn't good journalism, even though I'm not a journalist, and it was turned out that it was actually a spoof. It was a very well hidden spoof. I had to go down and do some research, and then I was alerted to by a friend of mine also that the story was false, and had come to this. Well, actually, we sort of both came to the site almost the same time.
So, real quick, Skillet Sauce, you went down and did research?
Yeah, that's right, man. I went down and did research, man. Down. I had my carpenter's knee pads on and everything.
This was about the pubic hair.
You heard that. I'm just down.
I'm just trying to make sure everybody gets the irony of what you're saying. You're doing a story on pubic hair, and you went down and did some research. Okay.
Yeah,
and I'm the disco dancer.
Yeah, you are the glitter boy. That's right. You are definitely the glitter boy.
Okay. Continue. Let's find out what your research showed.
What my research showed.
Yes.
Well, that was a fraudulent story. So and it was, I forgot which site. I think I got it from the Daily Mail, and it turned out to be everybody got spoofed and caught on this story. So there are going to be times when we say things, hopefully not too often, where it's complete, just hokum. We had the wool pulled over our eyes, but we're going to try and find something this time off the cuff because we have time left, and unless you want to just talk about LeBron James and his streak or something like that, you got anything you want to talk about, man?
But
I was going to say, what were we going to say?
You probably got about 7 or 8 minutes. I'm sure that might be enough time. What's happening with this whole manifesto and this dude? Because now people are fucking calling me and asking, well, what do you think about this shit?
I don't even want to get into it. The reason I don't want to get into it because not all is not what it seems. That's all I'm going to say. All is not what it seems because it's so obvious and to me. It's like a red flag that, conveniently they happen to capture the guy, and sort of just like Bin Laden thing when they shot him, you figure this guy's body would be paraded all over the place. When Pablo Escobar was gunned down, they were right next to him posing like it was like a deer hunter magazine, posing, the Secret Service dude or whatever, people like he was literally, big game that was killed. When Mussolini went down, they paraded that motherfucker all through the towns, hung him from his nuts. They made a spectacle out of it. When Bin Laden went down, all of a sudden it was like, oh, he's dead, throw the body away, blah, blah, blah. Nobody get a chance to examine his shit. This guy conveniently gets, charcoal briquette burned up, and
but this time, because I barely know.
I have not. Look, basically, it was something.
First of all, who did he kill? Supposedly kill.
I think he was a police officer. I think he killed some cops. Because the way the official story sort of went is he was a police officer. He saw one of his partners or one of the other officers beating up a dude that had schizophrenia. So then he went to his superiors and was like, yo, this is what happened. He broke the wall or whatever, and he subsequently got
Blue wall, ladies and gentlemen, is where cops don't tell another cops when they,
do dirty stuff.
Steal, do drugs, kill people, blah, 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 blah.
So apparently somehow he got fed up. He was like, this is terrible, and then when they made an example out of him or whatever, he went batshit crazy and started, using his whatever expertise and using assault weapons because, in this day and age, you must use an assault weapon while they're trying to push forward these bills. And, he killed the cops or whatever, and they took some hostages, which to me has nothing to do with his reasons for why he did what he did. I mean, the guy was frustrated with the police force, according to what they said, and then killed them. So why would he be taking hostages? It doesn't seem to. But whatever. Like I said, and of course they caught him, and they used some kind of thing, tractor or whatever, one of the remote control things or whatever. He was in some cabin, and incinerated him. So he's burnt into vapors. No evidence of his body. He's just burnt beyond recognition.
So okay. In light of a lot of information that we have shared back and forth about certain school shootings, my first question is this: did this guy ever exist at all?
I believe. Look, at this point in time, listen, I don't want to say anymore because I haven't done the amount of research that I would want. I just know that something was.
Just go back down, Skillet.
Yeah, exactly. I'll find out if he's real. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't done enough research on it to really. Because most people think, I'm a conspiracy dude. I'm always thinking that something is wrong. Not necessarily, but if something smells a little bit funny, if I think something's not lining up, I do try and investigate and see what's up. I really haven't tried to do too much here.
He said if you smell something funny.
I know you smell something funny all the time.
Nah, I didn't. I missed that one.
Yeah, please. You're probably an independent contractor. You probably got a patent on how to smuggle cell phones and dudes' asses.
Listen, you're the research expert here. Okay? Did you guys happen to catch the president's?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
No?
Not. I don't listen to anything he has to say.
Care.
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Did something happen?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, nothing spectacular other than a speech.
One politician, two politician, three politician. It's all the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't. I mean, even if he said something fantastic, I don't even watch it. I mean,
so you've researched them all.
No. That's the new word, research. No, I haven't researched it, but.
Okay. So you've done no research on the president?
No research on the president. No, not at all. Not at all. But I'll get up to him later, right? Okay. But no, I mean, I haven't done enough. I mean, if anything, after the show, I'll tell you a little bit more. But for me to put it out there in this form, something that I can't take back, if I say a bunch of things that don't line up, they can, it'll obviously destroy whatever else that I have to say. So, but it just seems to be a little bit weird and conspicuous. And I love how these dudes, it's sort of like how when the guy that shot the Coast Guard helicopter that had a lot of the Navy SEAL Team 6 guys in it, and he used a RPG and killed a bunch of them, and they caught him within an hour. They caught him like lickety split. We found him. They caught him within an hour. I always find that to be conspicuous. And like something's wrong. Sort of like when it's like you're covering all your tracks. And I go back to that Sandy Hook thing when, and you tell me if this is funny or is odd. Because I was thinking of two things today. The Sandy Hook thing is something that happened on 9/11. The Sandy Hook thing, when they tried to say that the crazy guy's brother was down with it and he died, there was reports out there that they can't take back. It's already been put out there. And that he died, and then lo and behold, the guy was on Facebook. He was like, no, I ain't have nothing to do with that. So if he did not do that, I wonder what would have happened to him.
Yeah, they shot him.
He would have probably been disappeared or something like that. That's how my brain thinks. There's no proof to that, but that's just how my brain. How can the story go out there that he's dead when he's still alive? When these people, because an upper teen, early 20s person is much larger, than a 6-year-old, unless he's, has some kind of condition. And this dude clearly didn't. He was a full-size, teenager or whatever age he was. So I thought that was kind of funny. Or when the nurse in the school, who was an adult, and said that the guy's mother actually, was a wonderful teacher, where it came out that she didn't even work there. So I'm like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense because, one person had told me, they were so crazy, the scene was so chaotic, people's brains just was all over the place. But you can tell if a person has been there prior to this day or not. And then I think about when the British reporter had reported that Building 7 had fallen 20 minutes before it actually did. Now, either these people have the TARDIS from Doctor Who, they're clairvoyant, they're remote viewers or something like that, or they know something. So, I mean, this is another situation where, they conveniently got the guy and he was disposed of in a way to where you cannot go and basically check.
But I mean,
but I'm not saying anything happened. The dude might have actually done what he did. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying it just seems to be a little suspect. That's all I'm saying.
is this guy? I mean, because this became like a big story all of a sudden. Is he somebody that I don't know?
No, he's nobody. He was just a disgruntled, from what I understand, a disgruntled former police officer that just flipped out. He had military experience, and he just, he was just like Michael Douglas in Falling Down. Mm-hmm. He just had enough of it, and he just, lost his mind, resulted in deaths, and then it was a big manhunt, and they incinerated him. So like I said, that was one story. I don't know the story. If I missed out on any details, because I'm admitting I really didn't pay much attention to it. It just, to me, anything that's reported now.
He killed cops.
Yeah, it was supposed to. He shot up one died and one guy was injured.
He did the right thing.
So for me, anything that I hear and it's not that I'm I'm just suspicious of anything that comes out. I mean, it's to the point now where if something came on one of the news, that said that, one of these news outlets or aggregates that the sun was going to shine tomorrow, I would have doubt. I would literally have doubt, and no matter what they say, I'm going to have doubt because there's so many different agendas going on that. It's like, you have to figure out, well, maybe this one isn't something wrong. Maybe there's not something wrong here. Maybe there is something. But there's always some nastiness or some agenda on the back end with almost everything because they'll take a legitimate event and then use that to push some legislature through. So even if the event really happened, it's always dirtied up more than what it is. Because of how these people operate. When I say these people, I mean whoever that needs to push something forward, no matter what.
Pigs,
pigs,
the upper
whatever.
pigs, and the government pigs, and the corporation pigs.
Yeah. So to me, it's always somebody said I forgot which person, and I can't remember his name, but I know the quote was, we shouldn't waste a good tragedy. And what the person did, he went to clarify, sort of like, because if we have something that we can piggyback on to bring awareness to something, so he was trying to turn it to where it's a good thing, but no. Now, if you already going out there saying that, if something bad happens that we're like, oh, see, I told people that if you used this particular cleaning agent that you were going to have this horrible catastrophe, but they wouldn't listen. So now that it's happened, I can go tell people and boycott the cleaning agency. Well, okay, so what if you actually caused the damn accident to be able to? So, and that's just how my brain thinks, because a lot of times that's what they do. That's what they do. I mean, and like I said, I don't know about this whole thing. I purposely stayed away from it because it all disgusts me, and I'm thinking about other things right now.
And the moral of this story is, know who you're working with. Time filled up, and we're about ready to go.
Oh, yeah, so wait a second. So you used me to blab for
just
7 minutes?
Just like the government pigs. Anyway, folks, that is our show.
I can't believe this guy used me.
This is Insanity Check. Check us out on Facebook at Insanity Check, on Twitter at Insanity Check 12, and of course our world-renowned.
Yeah, and then check out 8 at Booty Master 12. Booty Master 12 at Twitter.
So you did your research on that?
Yeah, that's right. Booty
Our
Master.
YouTube channel is Insanity Check Radio. We'll be back next week.
The Rectum Ranger on YouTube.
Have a good one, y'all.
Stop letting guys use you.
Yeah, whatever.